We're here to give you the game so you don't get your shot blocked. We made the mistakes so you won't have to. Free game.
Man, that's wild. I mean, it seems like there's, crime and tragedy that happens all across America, but, I just hear a lot coming from, from Cleveland.
Yeah.
So did you grow up with both parents in the household?
So no, I didn't grow up with both my parents. My father was married to my mother. They ended up getting a divorce, and what they did was they separated. And sometimes I would go with my father, but for the most part, I live with my mother. Yeah, my father was present. He did the best he possibly could.
Got you.
Or to his knowledge, you know what I mean?
And I respect that. So I know me, I kind of grew up in a single parent household because my pops had passed when I was 14. My mom, she tried the best that she could, but she wasn't really a disciplinarian. Do you feel like you grew up in a strict household?
I feel it was definitely strict. It was definitely strict, but I always tell people this, man. I don't care what a mother does. I don't care how she does it. She can't raise a man. Because it's nothing like a man smacking you in the back of the head or grabbing you on your back and saying, we ain't doing it like that. Because when mama tried to do it at a certain age, I remember telling my mother, Ma, don't hit me again. Because I'm 16, 185 pounds. Like, stop trying to effeminize. Don't try to don't try to bring me down, right? No, I'm a man. This is what I'm supposed to blossom into. So don't try to destroy that particular progression. But a man can guide you into certain ways. He can guide you into the light of being a man. A woman just can't.
Got you. And
Yeah.
I respect that because, although they tried their hardest, there's some things that just can't be taught. Just as, I feel like it's kind of tough trying to, as a father, possibly, and I'm just saying possibly because I haven't been in a position to father a daughter, but just some attributes and some game, will better come from a woman. Being that your pops wasn't necessarily around, who was that go-to person or mentor for you, being that, like pops wasn't there? Was it like an OG in the streets whom you looked up to, or?
It's my big brother, man. It's my big brother. Yeah, I definitely had OGs in the street for sure. In the streets, he had raised me.
But big bro was...
Big brother Jonathan, man. That was my only biological brother.
What type of impact would you say he had on you?
He taught me how to jump off the porch. I tried a few times and failed. You know what I mean?
Right.
Jumped off the porch and missed a couple steps. That man showed me how to jump off the porch. Maybe it might have been in a bad way, but he showed me how to stand 10 toes. He showed me how to really get motion. He showed me legitimately, unfortunately, he showed me how to sell drugs. He showed me how to deal with women. He showed me how to stand 10 toes. He showed me how to love a woman. He showed me how to be the man that, some people would say is a good man. Growing up in the older age, I understand that, he was learning while I was learning, but he was there to show me, like, nah, bro, because he jumped off the porch way before I did.
Man, what valuable lessons would you say that you learned while being around him? I know that you said that he taught you how to jump off the porch. He taught you how to love a woman. Anything specifically that, really just stood out?
I can't say. We talked about this before. I would say any specific thing that he taught me is so much. So let me give you one. One specific thing. And he taught me a lot. I would say this. I would say how to take care of a family. That's one of the later things in his later years that he taught me, how to take care of a family. That's another thing that a woman can't teach you. A woman only deals with a woman from a friend's perspective. A woman doesn't naturally deal with a woman from an intimate perspective, right? So a man deals with a woman from an intimate perspective. With that said, my brother showed me how to deal with a woman from an intimate standpoint. This is my wife and I love my wife, and this is the woman, right? So, and then his children too. He had children before me. I had a daughter that passed away before he had his children, but he had children before me. And he just showed me how to be not a family man, but how to like stand 10 toes and say, this is my family. I'm gonna take care of this.
Got you. I know you had spoke about some of the trouble that you and your brother got into, and although you know he was kind of like the big bro, you know you were your own man and you made your own decisions. What do you think led you to make some of those unfortunate decisions that you made?
You know, even though my brother was there, it was the lack of the man saying, "Hey, yo, bro, come here." Because you could call me on the phone and say, "Hey, yo, do me a favor. Don't do A, B, C, or D." But teaching a child is the most important ways that you teach a child is two different ways, and I learned this from my experience. It's how you walk it and how you talk it. Because I could talk it in a way where a young man look up to me and say, "Wow, I want to be like him." A lot of trouble was my father not he. I don't want to blame it on my father. I really don't.
But it's guidance though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes not having that guidance, I feel like having a pops, you know, he can talk to you from experience. You know what I'm saying? And with nobody to tell you about their own personal experiences, you kind of left to, you know, make your own decisions, make your own choices. And fortunate and unfortunate how it may be or play out, you know, life is probably the best teacher. You know what I'm saying?